For a time in the 1930s, Jean Harlow was the biggest star in Hollywood. With her alluring beauty, effortless charm, and genuine appeal, she became known as the blonde bombshell. However, behind her polished exterior, a delicate soul suffered from the harsh treatment of studios and heartbreaking experiences that plagued her until the very end. Jean Harlow's tragic tale remains a poignant example of a talented star whose promising career was tragically cut short due to personal struggles and decline in health. Born on March 3, 1911, in Kansas City, Missouri, Jean Harlow entered the world as Harlean Harlow Carpenter. Her parents were a dentist and an actress named Jean Harlow, whose maiden name became her daughter's middle name. Throughout her early years, Harlean, affectionately known as the Baby, faced numerous health challenges, including battles with meningitis and scarlet fever. When Harlean was just 11 years old, her parents divorced, leaving her and her ambitious mother to navigate their lives. They embarked on a 2-year adventure in Hollywood, where Harlean's mother aspired to pursue an acting career, albeit without success. Eventually, they returned to Kansas City, and Harlean enrolled in the Ferry Hall School. It was there that she encountered Charles Chuck McGrew, a local businessman and heir to a substantial fortune. At the tender age of 16, Harlean and the 22-year-old McGrew eloped in September 1927, despite the strong disapproval of her mother, who had recently entered into her second marriage. Once Harlean and her newlywed husband relocated to the glamorous neighborhood of Beverly Hills, fate unexpectedly intervened, propelling her into the world of movies. While patiently waiting in a parking lot for her aspiring actress friend, a sharp-eyed executive from the Fox Film Corporation caught sight of Harlean. Intrigued by her presence, he extended an invitation for an audition, which ultimately led to her debut as an extra in several early films. Among them were Why is a Plumber in 1927, Moran of the Marines in 1928, and The Love Parade in 1929. Her talent even graced 3 films alongside the comedic duo Laurel and Hardy, as well as a supporting role in The Saturday Night Kid in 1929, which starred Clara Bow. Additionally, she made brief appearances in 7 other movies. Nevertheless, the demands of her newfound career took a toll on her marriage, resulting in Harlean's divorce from her husband in 1929. It was during this period that she adopted her mother's maiden name, Jean Harlow, although the legal change would not occur until 1935. As the era of talking pictures began, Jean Harlow emerged as the quintessential blonde bombshell, both enchanting and daring. Her personal life became a subject of constant scandal, involving her marriages and the multitude of men linked to her. When a Swedish actress with a heavy accent proved unsuitable for the talkies, Howard Hughes cast Harlow as a refined English miss in the immensely successful film Hell's Angels in 1930. The release of this movie drew a massive crowd of 50,000 admirers to Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard, solidifying Harlow's status as a national and international symbol of love and desire. Despite facing criticism regarding her acting abilities, her popularity among movie enthusiasts reached unparalleled heights. Her iconic platinum blonde hair inspired countless female fans to dye their tresses to match hers. Capitalizing on this phenomenon, Howard Hughes' team organized a series of platinum blonde competitions throughout the country, offering a substantial cash prize to any hairdresser capable of replicating Jean's unique hair color. In 1931, Jean Harlow's career experienced a significant breakthrough when she secured the role of the love interest opposite James Cagney in the acclaimed gangster film The Public Enemy. However, it was in the subsequent year that she truly flourished, starring alongside the young Clark Gable in Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer productions such as Red Dust, Hold Your Man in 1933, and China Seas in 1935. In these movies, she skillfully portrayed a free-spirited and alluring woman whose unabashed sensuality captivated both her co-star and the audience. During this time, Jean's contract with Howard Hughes was acquired by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in March 1932, facilitated by the management executive Paul Byrne. Notably, Harlow and Byrne entered into marriage on July 2, 1932. Tragically, after a mere 2 months into their marriage and amidst the filming of Red Dust, Byrne took his own life by shooting himself. The day before this incident, Byrne's mentally unstable former common-law wife had encountered Harlow, adding a haunting element to the unfolding events. Shortly thereafter, Byrne's ex-wife was discovered deceased, floating in the Sacramento River, with reports suggesting it was a case of suicide. These circumstances gave rise to speculation that she may have murdered Byrne before ending her own life. As the tragedies unfolded, Jean Harlow faced the beginning of a sorrowful chapter in her life. Yet, she reacted to these adversities with muted grace and dignity, garnering immense admiration from those who observed her strength. Red Dust became a big hit, and her fan base increased as a result. Jean's flourishing career continued its upward trajectory, showcasing her comedic prowess in the ensemble film Dinner at 8 in 1933. She also delved into roles inspired by her own showbiz experiences, such as Bombshell in 1933, where she playfully spoofed the iconic sex symbol and it girl of the 1920s, Clara Bow. Additionally, she took on memorable parts in movies like The Girl from Missouri in 1934 and Reckless in 1935. In the aftermath of Paul Byrne's death, Jean embarked on a romantic relationship with the champion boxer Max Baer. However, their affair was at risk of igniting a scandal when Baer's estranged wife implicated Harlow as a co-respondent in their divorce case, citing alienation of affection. To defuse the situation, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer orchestrated a solution in 1933 by arranging a marriage between Harlow and a friend of hers, cinematographer Harold Rawson. The union was kept low-key, and they amicably divorced after 7 months while maintaining a good relationship. Following the end of this marriage, Jean finally found genuine romantic love in the arms of the dashing actor William Powell, whom she had met while filming Reckless. They enjoyed 2 blissful years together, with plans of marriage on the horizon. However, Jean's fragile health, which had never been robust, began to deteriorate, casting a shadow over their future. By the mid-1930s, Jean Harlow had ascended to become one of the most prominent stars in the movie industry. She shared the screen with Hollywood's leading men, joining forces with Spencer Tracy in Riff Raff and Cary Grant in Susie, both released in 1936. Displaying her talent for the emerging genre of screwball comedy, she showcased her comedic flair in films like Wife vs. Secretary in 1936, alongside Myrna Loy and the young James Stewart, as well as Libeled Lady in the same year. The implementation of the Hays Code led to a toned-down portrayal of her image, resulting in less revealing gowns and the removal of risque dialogue and compromising scenes. Her final film marked a reunion with Clark Gable in Saratoga in 1937. Tragically, during filming, Jean collapsed on set. Subsequent medical examination revealed that she was suffering from uremic poisoning and kidney failure, conditions directly stemming from scarlet fever she had endured as a child. Despite receiving constant attention at home for 8 days, her condition worsened, leading to her hospitalization. Regrettably, Jean Harlow passed away on June 7, 1937. She found her resting place at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, in a private room within the Great Mausoleum, a final tribute paid for by William Powell. Upon her marble crypt, the words "Our Baby" were inscribed, encapsulating the profound impact she had made. At the tender age of 26, Jean's remarkable journey came to a premature and heartbreaking end. Goodbye, and rest in peace, legendary actress Jean Harlow.